Hello and welcome to the live edition of the Profit by Design podcast. We made the decision in 2023 that we will record all episodes of the Profit by Design podcast and air them live as they're being recorded. So this is the first one we're kicking off, and today's topic is how to be a better you in 2023. And as we dive in, I want to share with you that at Tap the Potential, we are all about supporting business owners like you in taking your life back from your business. And next week, we have our Better Business, Better Life Jumpstart coming up. This is a really big deal, and I think you're going to be very interested in attending live with us. First of all, our Jumpstart is like our virtual open house at Tap the Potential. This is where you get to come together and work with me and other members of the Tap the Potential team as we walk you through the Tap the Potential solution. So if you're in a place where you're recognizing you're working 50, 60, 70 or more hours a week, and it's not sustainable for you to be doing that, you need to be thinking about being in the Jumpstart with us. We are going to talk to you about how to set your business up so that you hire the A players you need and allow them to support you in running the business and get yourself out of the role of paying team members, yet you're still the one who's having to do everything in the business. You know how that feels. That doesn't feel good. So the Jumpstart is all about taking those initial steps to taking your life back from your business using the Tap the Potential solution, which is specifically designed and tested and proven to be the sustainable way to grow your business profitably so that you have more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. And when you come into the Jumpstart, what you're getting to experience is what we do with our clients in the Better Business, Better Life program. If you've been hearing us talk about the Better Business, Better Life program and everything that our clients experience as a result of being in there, your opportunity to have a glimpse of that is in the Jumpstart. So you're going to learn our strategies firsthand. And day to day, as you go through the Jumpstart with us, you're going to have aha moments and epiphanies. We're also going to give you move forward action steps each day that these lead to ideas that you can't even imagine how the profit is right under your nose in your business. Excuse me. The profit is right under your nose in your business. And sometimes business owners are so busy in the weeds, there's not enough time to think and strategize and really look high level at the business. On the Jumpstart, I'm going to guide you through doing that, and you will see these simple opportunities to make your business more streamlined, more effective, and reduce your workload. And ultimately, you're going to be more profitable for doing that. So here's what we're covering. In day one, we're going to talk about designing your business to be sustainably profitable and identifying the true profit potential that currently exists in your business. And then the rest of the Jumpstart is all about how you're going to tap in to that true profit potential that really exists in your business right now. So on day two, we'll be talking about simplifying and niching down with a clearly defined sweet spot. And you'll see how much opportunity there is for you to simplify in your business and free up your time and your team's time in doing so. And then as we go through the Jumpstart into the next days, we'll be talking about how to hire the best, how to attract those A players that you need, because one A player on your team is capable of doing the work of 9 to 12 warm bodies on your team. Just imagine what it does to your profit when you're learning how to hire those A players. And as you know, I've written the book, How to Hire the Best. That's what we specialize in at Tap the Potential, is helping you hire and grow that team of A players and be the leader that you need to be to lead all of those A players. And then we move from that into talking about how to make your time worth $10,000 an hour as a business owner. There's going to be lots of eye-opening moments in this Jumpstart. So get signed up, head on over to tapthepotential.com/jumpstart tapthepotential.com/jumpstart. We would love to see you on the calls live with us next week. There's no charge to attend this Jumpstart, and it will be well worth your time. Every hour you spend with us is a $10,000 an hour value, and that's the level of the insights you'll be taking away from the Jumpstart. So let's turn our attention to you and you being a better you in 2023. So as the new year has started off, in the last couple of weeks, I have had lots of conversations with business owners who look honestly tired, run down, and pretty frazzled. And underneath all of that is this feeling of frustration. And I know what it's like you have been on a holiday break. Many of you took at least the week off between Christmas and New Year's, and some of you even took 2 weeks off, which is awesome. So you had that time where you recharged, you reflected over the holidays, and you came back refreshed, and you felt like, I'm turning a new page. I'm ready to make this a great year. And then within hours, maybe even of being back in the office, you started feeling pulled into the weeds of all the difficult things that have come up, the challenges, and you're quickly getting off track from your good intentions. And I want to give you a framework to think about this, because I want to support you in really making yourself better in 2023. And it comes down to your mindset and then the actions that you take in relation to your mindset. Mindset is everything, and it drives our actions. It drives what we see as choices and possibilities. And so I want to give you an example to illustrate this. So let's say you're back in the office and some crisis situation comes up, and in your head you might immediately start thinking, oh, here we go again. I'm not able to get to my $10,000 an hour activities. I can't do the strategy work that I had decided I was going to do on the business. And it's the same set of problems that just keeps happening. What's wrong with me? Will I ever be able to lead? Will I ever be able to get the business profitable and where I want it to be? Why bother? So all of those non-conscious questions and that self-talk that's running through your head sets you up to go into the judger pit. And this is judger thinking, it's judger questioning. And I want you to contrast that with learner mindset. So when you're in learner mindset, stuff happens. And the questions you ask are, how can I deal with it in this moment and prevent something like this from happening in the future? That question of how can I prevent this in the future gets you starting to think about those $10,000 an hour activities, because that usually means you're going to fix the problem. You're going to put a permanent solution in place. You're going to adjust systems. Then the next question might be, well, what's possible to keep my commitment to working on my business to make it more profitable and less demanding of me? Even though I'm having to deal with this situation now, what's possible? And that's a very different mindset than the judger mindset, where you just feel like so lost and discouraged. And when you start looking at what's possible, you might realize, okay, so I just blew through 2 hours that I had blocked on my calendar because I was going to work on my business, but I had to deal with this situation. So where can I find 2 hours again? And you immediately go back in and block that time on your calendar and recommit. I'm going to make this time happen. And if you just take that simple action and say to yourself, I am committed, I'm going to keep moving forward. Even though this happened and it got me off track, I am going to keep moving forward and I'm going to keep working on this. That is what it takes over and over to recommitting to your time. And so as our businesses grow, we have to grow as leaders. The first person we lead is ourselves. And no matter if you're a team of 1 or a team of 15, 30, or 50 team members, you have to lead yourself first. No one is going to follow your lead if you're not leading yourself in a healthy way. So what are the actions you need to take to be a better you in 2023, to lead yourself to being better, to being a better business owner, a better leader, a better husband, a better wife, a better mother, a better father, a better friend? What are the actions you need to take in 2023 to make those things happen? So And I want to talk to you about the mindset about that. In my book, The 4-Week Vacation, I wrote extensively about the research that I've been doing on entrepreneurs. And one of the key findings is that 9 out of 10 of us entrepreneurs is burning out. That means we are living daily under a high level of stress. And in the book, I really detailed what stress is doing to you. And I want to read you a passage from the book. And I really want you to think about this and think about, is this happening to you right now? So when we're stressed, part of what is so challenging about stress for us as business owners is that it can be an adrenaline rush when we're running our business. And it's just like the high we might get from a substance. We want more and more until that productive stress turns into destructive stress. And the American Institute of Stress reports that stress and drugs have been shown to have the following side effects. And so, did you just hear that? Stress and drugs have the exact same side effects: increased heart rate and blood pressure, increased blood sugar, breakdown of muscle tissue. Like, our bodies are becoming more physically weak when we're under stress for extensive periods of time. Decreased digestive functioning, ulcers, blood clotting, migraines, skin problems, premature aging, loss of brain cells. Loss of brain cells from stress. Okay, I don't want to lose brain cells. I don't know about you, but I want all my brain cells that I can keep. Social isolation, loneliness, anxiety, panic attacks, depression, substance abuse, relationship problems, lack of focus, multitasking, and disengagement. That list of side effects reads to me like a drug commercial when they quickly run through all the side effects of this drug that they're trying to promote to you. That's what stress is doing to us as business owners when we are under chronic stress. When 9 out of 10 of us are burning out, that means 9 out of 10 of us are under this chronic load of stress all the time. In a 20-year study conducted by the University of London that was completed in the early 1990s, they found that unmanaged reactions to stress were a more dangerous risk factor for cancer and heart disease than either cigarette smoking or high cholesterol foods. And stress may be even as addictive as drugs. And I was just commenting on that earlier. So the hormones adrenaline and noradrenaline are released, but stress also releases dopamine, and that is that feel-good hormone, or that feel-good chemical, and that's where stress can become addictive. And dopamine encourages repeat behaviors by activating the reward center in our brain, and it may be at the heart of many of our addictive behaviors and substance abuse problems as entrepreneurs. The rates of substance abuse, mental health problems, depression, anxiety, and even suicide are staggering in entrepreneurs, not to mention our divorce rate is so much higher than the general population. So what we fail to pay enough attention to is the impact, not just on ourselves and our health. That's significant. We just walked through that. But we also don't pay attention to, how does this impact our families when we're walking around in that state of stress all the time? What is that doing to our families? And in the 4-Week Vacation book, I walk you through the story of George. And there's a passage here about George. And I really want you to listen to this. And I want you to think about, is this going on in your family? George walks in the door talking on his cell phone. He texts throughout dinner. Sometimes he doesn't even come to dinner. He goes back to his home office, shuts his door, and works on his computer for 2 hours or for hours into the night. His wife says, I found him asleep at his desk at 2 a.m. And his wife confides, he doesn't go on vacation. He may go to the beach with the family. He is with us physically, but he brings his laptop and he's working constantly. And his brain is he's checking out. He doesn't go to kids' games. He doesn't go to ballet recitals. He misses all of that. And when he does show up, he's on his phone texting constantly. And and his wife is saying, you know what, the kids they've given up on their dad. They miss him, but they've given up. They don't think he's ever going to be present in a big part of their lives because he's checked out and distracted all the time. And when I share that with you, if you're relating to this, one of the things that I'm really aware of is that if this is your reality as the owner of your business, you're probably in a situation where you feel like you're justifying it. You're saying, I'm doing all of this because somehow it's going to get better. Somehow I'm doing this to make my family's life better. But the challenge in all of this is that someday never comes unless you start showing up differently and lead yourself better. And that's my challenge to you, is to show up and lead yourself so that you're a better you in 2023. And so as you're listening to me describe George's experience, and maybe you're connecting with it, I want you to think about for yourself what specific challenges are going on in your business that are causing you stress. And then think about, how long have these challenges been going on? Like, are these new? Did they just pop up in the last few weeks or last month? Probably not. The challenge itself may be fairly new, but the underlying theme is a recurring pattern, most likely, in your business. So if you've had these challenges now for a year or 2 years, what is that costing you? What is the opportunity cost to you? I had a conversation a few weeks back with a business owner who told me that he had to let go of team members because they were not hired well. They were hired haphazardly, and they're not living up to the standards that he needs them to meet so that he can maintain his quality in his business. And so he wisely let them go. And so now he's back down to himself and one other person who's a little bit of a help sometimes. And because of that, he's turned down over $1 million worth of work. $1 million worth of work in the coming year, because he's got to focus on what he's able to deliver with his current capacity. And then he's hoping to hire again and hire better and gradually improve. But when you're in the position of having to turn down work because you don't have the team members to fulfill at the level that you feel good about, and you're possibly turning down $1 million worth of revenue because of that, that's a significant cost. And then there's the impact to your family. What's going on in your marriage? How is it impacting your husband or your wife? How is it impacting your kids? What does it really mean to them when you're showing up distracted, preoccupied, grumpy, frustrated, just totally checked out and not fully present in relationships? What is it like when you're having to cut family gatherings short because you got to get back to work, right? Everybody else is still having a good time. You've got to go back to work. Or you plan something with your family on a Saturday and something pops up on Friday afternoon, and now you have to cancel plans. If that's only one time in a year with your family, that's probably not a big deal. But if that's a recurring pattern that's happening over and over, a couple times a month, a couple times a year, 4 or 5 times a year, that's a problem. Because you're teaching your family that they can't count on you. What you're teaching your family is that the business comes first, that life is there to support work. And at Tap the Potential, we believe the exact opposite. We believe work supports life, not the other way around. And so this is your opportunity. This is your challenge to be a better you in 2023, to really take the action that's needed to support the mindset of learning, opportunity, possibility, and growth. So you have a choice. You don't have to stay stuck in this pattern. If you're burning out, you don't have to stay there. You can take action. So I want to share with you 7 steps, 7 actions you can take to be a better you in 2023. So action number 1, we use this with our clients in our Better Business, Better Life program, and it has profound impact on improving your business and your quality of life. Guess what it is? Time blocking. Blocking time on your calendar with sacred appointments with yourself. You treat these appointments like they're the appointments that you have with your very best clients and customers. You don't cancel them because you are your most valuable client when you're working on your business. When you're working on your business and you're putting systems in place, that's your $10,000 an hour time in your business. And so block time on your calendar to work on your business. How much time? Start with an hour a week. See what you can get done, and then go up to 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. The main thing is to block the time on the calendar and create a habit. You're creating a habit where you have this time blocked and it is sacred time. And yes, you may blow through it a few times. As long as you keep these time blocks on your calendar for working on your business, if you keep 75 to 90% of the times that you block, that's a lot more time available to work on the business than you have been doing, right? Let's be honest about that. And so, at Tap the Potential, we're a profit first mastery firm, and we help our clients implement profit first. And we always say, start with just putting 1% in a profit account. It's a small amount. But it's very significant because of what it signifies. It signifies your commitment to being profitable. So I'm talking to you about taking the same approach and doing this with your calendar. Block an hour this week and say, this is my on the business activity time. I'm going to do something that makes the business much stronger and much better during this time. So practice time blocking. The next, that's activity number 1. Action number 2 that's going to make you a better you in 2023 when you do it consistently is exercise. Exercise daily if you can. And if you're not exercising at all right now, block time on your calendar to go exercise this week. You don't have to block exercise time 5 days a week if you're not exercising at all now. That's a huge leap. Block an hour that you're going to exercise sometime in the next week, and then build up over time and increase so that most days of the week you are getting physical activity. One of my greatest learnings in the last year has been that I relieve a lot more stress for myself when I exercise at the end of the day versus the beginning of the day. I moved my exercise time to the end of the day and I sleep so much better at night. It's like I just discharge all the stress through the exercise and the activity. So the other practice is meditation. Learning how to calm yourself and get centered and grounded and be able to do it at the drop of a hat. In that heated moment when you're in a difficult exchange with a team member and you're getting really upset and frustrated, if you are a meditator, you are training your body physiologically to be able to calm down in an instant, right? Think about how different that is from that feeling of being amped up, stressed, frustrated, your blood's boiling, and it just goes on from there. And also think about how long it takes you to recover from that cycle of stress. Like that's hours and hours, if not the full day, that is being impacted by that heightened level of stress that happens. When you meditate, you're learning how to instantly calm yourself down. And as a psychologist, I will tell you that the more you practice meditation, the better you'll get at being able to calm yourself down in the most intense moments. You will have more clear thinking when you're calm. You will handle the situation much better and much more effectively when you're calm. And you'll prevent a lot of cleanup and time-sucking cleanup that you have to do on the other end after you've blown your top in that conversation with that team member. So what does it mean to meditate daily? Most of us are not good meditators. Most of us have the idea that when we meditate, we need to clear our heads and get rid of all the thoughts. That's not how real meditation happens. Real meditation is we sit there, we close our eyes, we breathe in, we think, we breathe out, we think, and then we remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to meditate. I was supposed to not be thinking. All right, I'm going to clear my head again. And I'm just going to focus on my breathing. And it's that pattern of over and over. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to just focus on my breathing. Oh, I'm thinking again. Oh wait, I'm thinking about work. Oh wait, yeah, I'm thinking about that sales issue. And then it's back to breathe in, breathe out. Oh, that client that did this thing and that my team member who handled it this way made me upset. Oh, wait, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and reconnect with the breath. That's what real meditation for entrepreneurs looks like. And I promise you, the more frequently you do this, the longer you'll be able to go before you have that next thought. You might even get like kind of where I am. I can do 3 breaths now without thinking about something in relation to the business. And I'm saying that kind of flippantly, but that really is my reality. And I've been working on meditation for a long time now. It takes a lot of practice. And even though my thoughts wander in, I still experience tremendous physiological benefit from sitting there for 10 minutes, refocusing every couple of seconds on my breathing. And that's the key, is that we are bringing that heightened state of stress and anxiety, we're bringing all of that down for ourselves and grounding ourselves physiologically, which sets us up to be in that learner mindset instead of the judger mindset. And it helps us handle situations much more effectively. We will see opportunities and possibilities when we're grounded and calm that we don't see when we are a wound up, stressed mess. So practice your meditation. Start with just 5 minutes. Maybe start with 10 breaths. Whatever it takes. But the same principle is just start somewhere and then increase from there. Another action. This is action number 4 for being a better you in 2023. Leave your office at 5 o'clock each day and fully unplug. Yeah, leave at 5 o'clock. Turn your phone off. Nothing bad will happen. I promise you. And when you go home and you fully unplug, you get to be present with your family. And that is the greatest gift that you can be giving them. And when you start making this a habit, you will notice that things in your business start to adjust around this habit. This will have a profound effect on your stress level. It will improve your marriage. It will improve your relationship with your kids. You will be a lot better you in 2023 if you just leave your office at 5 o'clock each day and go home and unplug, turn your phone off, and be fully present. Action number 6 is to eat healthy. In the 4-week vacation, there's a whole chapter on veggies first in our self-care. Everything that I'm talking to you about here is veggies first, putting your self-care first. When we are stressed, when we are working till 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or later at night, and we're working these long days, we are not taking the time to sit down and eat, much less think about what kind of healthy food we're going to eat and acquire the groceries, plan the meals, cook the meals, and eat them. All of that goes out the window. And so we eat on the run, we grab things in the kitchen, and we're not eating healthy. And meanwhile, our bodies and our own health is suffering. So when you block time on your calendar to go home at 5 o'clock each day and fully unplug, guess what? It becomes a lot easier to eat healthy. Like, you can plan meals. You can have lunches that you pack ahead of time and take into the office. You can make simple things that will sustain you, that fuel your body. The next action is sleep. And I knew you knew that was coming. We entrepreneurs are notorious for skipping sleep because we've got to get that thing done that's just hanging over our head, and we will shortchange our sleep. Sleep underlies so much of our stress, and it just combines with the stress that we're experiencing and sets us up to become more and more unhealthy over time. And so when we're shortchanging sleep, what we're saying is, I'm okay with experiencing memory loss later in age. I'm okay with having a shortened lifespan because I'm going to work in the business and I'm going to work long hours. I'm okay with all those things happening. That's what we're doing when we're shortchanging sleep. If you do it every now and then, like a couple times a year, probably not a big deal. But if it's a pattern, like it's happening every week, several times a week, that's a big problem. So work on getting more sleep. And if you are unplugging and leaving the office at 5 o'clock each day, you're exercising every day, you're going to sleep a lot better. Oh, and by the way, meditation also improves your sleep. So you see how all of these actions start to come together and they create a cumulative effect. So when you're blocking time to work on your business and you have been exercising daily, you've been doing some meditation, so you're calmer, you've left the office every day at 5 o'clock, you unplugged, so you're releasing stress at the end of the day, you're exercising, you're sleeping well. When you're coming into your block of time to work on the business, your head is going to be so much more clear than it is when you're just trying to rush through things and you're trying to do this one thing to get it done really quickly and you make mistakes and errors or you forget something important. When you're doing all of these veggie first activities, you're making yourself more effective as a leader. That's right. When you're doing these veggie first activities and you're doing them in combination, that's where you really start to see the impact. So just imagine if you had accountability for following through on doing your veggies first on a consistent basis, and you did that for 3 months, how much better you would be by the end of March than you are right now, right? Think about how much better you'd be feeling. And so it's not that it takes significant amount of effort. It's not that it takes huge mountains to move. What it takes is commitment and it takes accountability. And I know from working with business owners, the number one challenge that we have when it comes to leading ourselves and being better human beings is a lack of accountability because no one checks in on us. We're following up with other people all the time, but no one's following up with us. So at Tap the Potential, we have woven in accountability into our Better Business, Better Life program because we know that is the number one issue that holds business owners back from being able to have that business that gives you that higher quality of life. So, by the way, what is action item number 7? If you didn't notice, I only gave you 6. What is action item number 7 to being a better you in 2023? Take the weekends off, fully unplugged. Just take your weekends off. Your stress level will go down tremendously when you are just away from your business 2 days a week and you're not thinking about the business. If your mind wanders, you got to use that meditation, remember, and say, okay, I just started thinking about the business. I'm going to redirect and I'm going to focus on this fun thing that I'm doing this weekend to relax and unwind. You will be a much better person in 2023 when you're doing that. So what's it going to take to get there? It's going to take that accountability for being a better you. It's going to take support. It's going to take coaching and doing what works. And this is where I get excited because at Tap the Potential, we are the leaders in doing what works for small business owners so that you can design your business to be sustainably profitable and give you more time for what matters most. We have the Tap the Potential solution, which is specifically designed to support you in taking your life back from your business. It's the guaranteed path to designing a sustainably profitable business that gives you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. It's specifically designed to keep your growing business from taking over your life. And what we do at Tap the Potential is very unique. We are the only coaching program designed specifically for growing small businesses that is grounded in cutting edge research in positive psychology for tapping human potential, small business leadership, the best small business systems, and our own ongoing research studying successful entrepreneurship and what distinguishes successful entrepreneurs from those who continue to be stressed and who burn out. Our definition of success at Tap the Potential is that we have supported you in creating a highly profitable, great place to work that gives you more time for what matters most. Does that sound good to you? Like, who doesn't want that, right? So we believe work should support life, not the other way around. And if you're ready to be a better you in 2023, and you're ready to take your life back from your business, book a call with us. Talk to a member of our success team and let us share with you how we can coach you, mentor you, and number one, hold you accountable to taking your life back from your business in 2023. If you want to book a call with a member of our success team, go to tapthepotential.com. You'll see the big book a call right at the top of the page and book your call. What are you waiting for? Let us help you take your life back in 2023. Bye for now.